Hello students, today we are going to start our chapter number 7 coordinate geometry of class 10th. Students, in your previous classes you have already studied that a point has its exact location in Cartesian plane. In previous classes you have studied that two perpendicular lines represents x-axis and y-axis, and where horizontal line, meaning the line which is parallel to ground, is called x-axis, and it can be written as x dash ox, and a line which is standing or vertical line, that is called y-axis and can be written as y o y dash. And these axes divide the Cartesian plane into four quadrants. This is first quadrant, this one is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this one is fourth quadrant. Now, a point in Cartesian plane can lie in any of these four quadrants, or it can lie on axes also. But both of the axes has two directions. To our right hand side, x-axis is positive. This is positive direction and left side may negative. And for y-axis, above side positive and lower side is negative. So a point which lies in first quadrant, the signs of its coordinates will be positive, positive. And a point which lies in second, that will be negative because value of x is negative here and y is positive. Similarly, in third quadrant, both coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate, both are negative. In fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. The abscissa and ordinate both represent the coordinates of a point in Cartesian plane. मीनिंग कार्टीजियन प्लेन पर एक पॉइंट की लोकेशन एग्जैक्टली शो करने के लिए वी मस्ट हैव टू वैल्यूज. द फर्स्ट वन इज कॉल्ड एब्सिसा and second one is called ordinate. And you can take the example for the situation. If you are sitting in classroom, how can you give your exact location? For your exact location, you must know on which bench you are sitting and in which row that bench is lying. मीनिंग आपको अपनी एग्जैक्ट पोजीशन को बताने के लिए आपको अपनी रो का नंबर भी मालूम होना चाहिए एंड बेंच का भी. तो इट मीन्स देयर आर टू क्वांटिटीज which are expressing your location in the class. Similarly is for different points in Cartesian plane. Now the question is, what is abscissa? Suppose if we lie a point in Cartesian plane, suppose this is a Cartesian plane and I am taking a point P here. Can you think about the coordinates of this point? Yes, we can think. The coordinates of this point are, this is 2 and this value is 3. So we can say the coordinates of point P are 2 and 3, where 2 is known as abscissa and 3 is known as ordinate. Actually में जो abscissa and ordinates हैं, these are the perpendicular distances. If I join or if I draw a perpendicular from this point on x-axis, then this distance is of 3 units. And similarly, if I draw a perpendicular on y-axis through this point, now this distance is 2 units. So 2 was our abscissa and 3 was our ordinate. So it means this perpendicular distance of a point from y-axis, because this line is y-axis and this is x-axis. So perpendicular distance of a point from y-axis is called abscissa and perpendicular distance of a point from x-axis is called ordinate. So we can define both abscissa and ordinate, or you can say x coordinate is called abscissa and y coordinate is called ordinate. So actually में जो abscissa and ordinate हैं, they are the distances of a point from y axis and x axis. Now a point which lies on x axis, we know that is of the form x0, meaning जो भी point x axis पर lie करेगा, in the ordinate of that point will be 0, and a point which lies on y axis, that will be of the form 0y, meaning in all those such points abscissa will be 0. So we can say a point which lies on x-axis is of the form x0, meaning उसमें ordinate जो होगा वो 0 होगा, and a point which lies on y-axis is of the form y0y, meaning abscissa of all those points will be 0. These two points are, or these two properties are very important. These will be used in our questions. Now question is this, what we have to study in this chapter? Students, in this chapter we will learn how to find the distance between two given points in Cartesian plane, and some other properties we will learn in this chapter. So first of all we are going to distance formula. What is distance formula? Now you are having 2 points as P and Q in Cartesian plane. Suppose coordinates of P are x1, y1 and coordinates of Q are x2 and y2. By using distance formula we can find the distance between these 2 points, or you can say we can find the length of PQ. So how to apply and what is distance formula? Distance formula, this formula is used to find the distance between two given points. So we can write it as PQ because we are finding the distance between the points P and Q. So it can be written as PQ is equal to x2 माइनस x1 होल स्क्वेयर. सेकेंड नंबर का जो पॉइंट है, फ्रॉम द एब्सीसा ऑफ दिस पॉइंट यू हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट द एब्सीसा ऑफ फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सिमिलरली फॉर ऑर्डिनेट्स and whole under the root. If we put the given coordinates in this formula, we will find the distance between PQ, or you can say we can find the length of PQ by using distance formula. Let us take some question. Here exercise 7.1 I am taking question number 1, part 1. Now the 2 points are 2, 3, 4 and 1. Now the no name is given to these points. So what we have to do? Let the points be. We can give name to these points. I am taking P as 2, 3 and Q as 4 and 1. So by distance formula, PQ will be, first of all we have to write the formula x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under the root. Now what is there in place of x2? X2 is the abscissa of second point, and here second point is Q and second abscissa is 4 minus 2 whole square plus 1 minus 3 whole square under the root. And it can be written as 4 minus 2, 2 square, and this one minus 2 square. And when you expand these numbers, you will get 2 square is 4 and square of minus 2 is also 4. We get 4 plus 4 is equal to root 8, and under root 8 can be written as 2 root 2. So distance between PQ is 2 root 2. Similarly, we can try remaining two parts of this question. Question number 2. Find the distance between the points 0, 0 and 36, 15. We have to find the distance between the point 0, 0 and second point whose coordinates are 36 and 15. Again, let the points be. A point is 0, 0. You can give any name to your points. So by distance formula, अब distance formula क्या है? Again we are going to apply it on A, B. So x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And AB will be 36 minus 0 whole square plus 15 minus 0 whole square whole under the root. Now we have to find the square root of 1521 and it is equal to 39. So AB is equal to 39. And in second part you are asked, can you find the distance between the two towns A and B discussed in section 7.2. So in section 7.2, the two towns whose coordinates are, so under section 2, the two towns are A and B and distance of A towards this east side is 36 kilometer and it is at 15 kilometer and we have to find the distance between A, B. तो सेम क्वेश्चन इज दिस, अभी भी हमने क्वेश्चन में जो फाइंड किया तो वो यही ए बी को फाइंड किया एंड द डिस्टेंसेस वर सेम. So what can you say about the coordinates of A here? Here coordinates of A are 0, 0 and coordinates of B will be 36, 15. So it means we have to find the distance between the point 0, 0 and 36, 15 and it is same as we have done in question number 2. So distance between these 2 points will be 39 kilometer. So we can write distance between the two towns will be 39 kilometer. Next, question number 3. There are 3 points and determine if the points 1, 5, 2, 3 and minus 2, minus 11 are collinear. We have to check whether these points lie on the same line or not. And here we have not asked to plot these points on Cartesian plane. So again we will solve this question by using the distance formula. So let the points be A point is 1, 5, B is 2, 3 and C is minus 2, 11. So before checking the collinearity, you must know the condition for collinearity. Suppose we are having point A, B and C. Now first case is if AB plus BC is equal to AC है, then the points are collinear. You can say A, B, C. If sum of this distance and plus sum of distance BC is equal to AC, then the points A, B, C are said to be collinear. And second condition is if BC plus AC is equal to AB, meaning in this case point C lies between A and B. And third condition is AC plus AB is equal to BC. So in this case A lies between B and C. तो 3 given points में कोई भी point कोई भी 2 points के बीच में लाई कर सकता है. Meaning we have to find the distance between these 3 given points and we will check whether the sum of two distances is equal to third or not. If sum of two distances is equal to the third distance, then the points are said to be collinear. So here we are going to find the distance AB, BC and AC. So the three distances are AB is root 5, BC is under root 212 and AC is root 265. Here we see that the sum of two distances is not equal to third. You can say under root 5 plus under root 212 is not equal to 265. Similarly, for second 200 root 12 plus 265 is not equal to root 5. And in third case, under root 5 plus under root 265 is not equal to root 212. So, the points are not collinear. In question number 4, we have to check whether the given points are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. So students, we must know what is isosceles triangle. A triangle is isosceles if length of any of its two sides are equal, then the given triangle is isosceles triangle. So again we have to take the help of distance formula. So let the points be first point is 5 minus 2, second is 6, 4 and third point C is 7 and minus 2. So by distance formula again we will find the distance AB, BC and AC. We have to find these three distances to check whether the given vertices are the vertices of isosceles triangle or not. So by using distance formula AB, so 6 minus 5 whole square plus 4 minus 2 whole square, and this gives you 1 square plus minus 6 square under the root, and you will get 1 plus 36 and this will be root 37. Similarly, we will find second length BC and third length AC. Here we see that distance AB is root 37, BC is root 37 and distance AC is 2. Here AB is equal to BC is equal to root 37. So, A, B and C are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. Here, question number 5. In a classroom, 4 friends are seated at the points A, B, C and D as shown in the figure. You can see this one figure. Champa and Chameli walk into the class after observing for a few minutes. Champa asked Chameli, "Don't you think ABCD is a square?" Meaning, the points which are forming this quadrilateral are the vertices of a square. We have to check it. Chameli disagrees using distance formula. Find which of them is correct. We have to find, it means we have to find whether ABCD is a square or not. So before this we will learn some properties. How can we say about a quadrilateral? Yes, a given quadrilateral ABCD may be a parallelogram, a rhombus, rectangle and a square. So first of all, a given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. ये पैरेललोग्राम कब होगी? इफ ए बी इज इक्वल टू हो सी डी एंड बी डी इज इक्वल टू ए डी. ऑल्सो diagonal AC is not equal to diagonal BD, meaning when the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and the length of its diagonals are not equal, then the given quadrilateral is said to be a parallelogram, and it will be a rectangle if, again rectangle के लिए भी length of opposite sides are equal, but for a rectangle diagonals are also of same length, meaning diagonal AC जो है वो diagonal BD के क्या होगा? Equal. और you can say if in a parallelogram if the length of its diagonals are equal, then it is said to be a rectangle. And rhombus, it will be a rhombus if all the sides are of same length, meaning AB, BC, CD and AD. All sides are equal. And what about the diagonal? Diagonal AC is not equal to diagonal BD, meaning जब diagonal equal नहीं है but all sides equal हैं, then it is called rhombus. और it will be a square if AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD and diagonal AC is also equal to diagonal BD, then it will be a square. So it means for question number 5 we have to find the length of all four sides and length of the two diagonals by using the distance formula. By finding the distances we get that AB is under root 18, BC is also root 18, CD is also root 18 and AD is also under root 18. Now we can say that ABCD is a rhombus, but it can be a square also. If the length of diagonals are equal, then it will be a square. So we have to find the length of diagonals also. So diagonal AC will be, now we have to find the distance between the point A and C. So we can write 9 minus 3 square plus 4 minus 4 square. And when we solve it, we will get 6 square. This will be 36. And root 36 is 6. Similarly, length of diagonal BD will be BD 6 minus 6 square plus 1 minus 7 square. So 6 minus 6 is 0. And this is minus 6 whole square and it will be 36 and root 36 will be 6. And we get that the length of the both of the diagonals are equal and all the sides are equal in length. So ABCD is a square by above properties. Similarly, in question number 6, the question is name the type of quadrilateral formed, if any, by the following points and give reason for your answer. अब यहाँ पर there are two questions, meaning एक तो आपको ये check भी करना है कि whether it is a quadrilateral or not. If quadrilateral is formed, then you have to write the name of that quadrilateral on the basis of the properties studied just now. So you can try this one question yourself, students. Thank you.